Namaste. My name is Cassie, and I am a 200-hour certified yoga teacher who has a special place in her heart for beginner yogis. And today I have for you a bedtime sequence that is perfect for the end of the day when you're looking to wind it down and get ready for bed, or if you're just at a point during your day where you could use a little relaxation fix and a nice deep stretch. So let's get started. Let's begin on hands and knees. So you want to line yourself up so that your wrists are about under your shoulders, give or take, knees under hips. And then when you're ready from here, let's come to bring the hips back towards the heels for child's pose. And you'll leave your arms out in front of you nice and long. Arms out in front of you nice and long. And take a couple of breaths just to stretch through your body here. So feeling the arms and the shoulders stretching long. Stretching through your upper back and sensing the whole spine rounding as your hips reach back towards your heels. And the next time you breathe in, come to lift back up to your table, finding an arch in your back right at the top of that inhale. This is cow stretch. And then exhale, rounding through your spine, bringing your hips back towards your heels, returning to child's pose. And we'll move in and out a few more times just like this. So you'll inhale, lifting up, arching your back here. Exhale to round through the spine, bringing your hips all the way back towards your heels. Let's do that 2 more times as you inhale to lift up, arching to cow at the very top of your inhale. Exhale, rounding through the spine, hips towards your heels, finding your child's pose. Last one, inhale, lift up, finding that cow. Now you'll exhale, round to cat. Hips come back towards your heels. Taking a couple of breaths just to be right here. Maybe resting your arms and letting them kind of relax on the mat. Then take a breath in, lifting up onto your fingertips. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right corner of the mat, beginning to stretch nice and long through the left side of your body. Inhale as you're ready to walk the fingertips through center, and then exhale to bring them all the way over to the left side. Stretching nice and long through the right side body. Inhale to walk the hands through center as you come up to find yourself seated with your legs out in front of you, nice and long. And if you feel that you need a little support for under your hips here, feel free to grab a blanket to slide underneath your hips. This will give you a little bit of height and some more support. All right. So from here, we're going to come to bend the right knee. And you'll let that right knee fall out and open to the right side. So if you need a little support here, you can take a yoga block and slide it underneath the right knee. And when you're ready, breathe in to lift your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, come forward, reaching towards the left toes, but being okay with wherever your hands end up. So if, like I'm demonstrating, the hands rest on the shins, that is totally fine. What's important here is that you start to stretch actively through the left hamstring, as well as invite the torso forward to rest on your thigh, even if it never gets there. So we'll take just 2 more breaths, stretching it out. Knowing that you can walk the hands further if you'd like to go deeper, or you can bring them in, coming up a little higher if the stretch is too deep. And the next time you breathe in, let's rise all the way up. As you come now to bring that right leg out nice and long, I often like to shake my legs out between sides, so that's available to you. As you now come to bend the right knee, no, the left knee, my right knee, as you bring it open. So for the sake of the demo, I'm going to repeat the other side. So as you're ready, you'll come to bend the left knee, taking a moment to notice how it feels in this side, bringing along a block if you need the support. And then you'll inhale, lifting both arms up. As you exhale, coming forward, only this time reaching towards your right toes and being content with wherever being content with wherever your hands end up resting. Sensing that sensation of stretch through the back of the right leg and hamstring as the torso begins to fall almost effortlessly forward. And if there is a lot of effort in bringing the torso forward, know that that's okay. Just breathe with whatever you feel. And when you're ready, let's inhale to rise slowly up. You might even let the hand help you as you bring the left knee up. Bring both legs out long. Give them a little shake here. And then from here, we'll come to lie down on the back, knees bent, feet on the floor. And we'll actually come from here to lift the feet up off the floor and hug the knees in towards the chest as you start to rock very gently from side to side. Or maybe it's a really big rocking motion in which you rock very vigorously side to side. What matters is that you notice what you feel in your lower back as you gently massage it. And then the next time you come to center, take a moment here, taking a knee in each hand, begin to guide your knees in a circular motion. And you'll see it's not really the knees that are circling here, but the hips. So really getting into the hips. After your next full circle around, come to change the direction, circling the other way. And then slowing down, coming to center here. Come to take a knee in each hand. And we're just going to open up a little bit through the hips. So inhale, drawing your knees out to your sides, even a little bit. And then exhale to bring the knees together. And once again, inhale, drawing them open, however slightly. Exhale, bring them together. Let's do that 2 more times as you inhale to draw open. Exhale, fold shut. And for this last one, as you inhale to draw open, maybe you stay here for an extra breath or two, just noticing the sensations in the hips. And then exhale to bring the knees together. As your feet come down to the floor, knees bent. Knees bent. And from here, we're going to come to take the left ankle and cross it over the right knee, finding what's called pigeon pose on the back. So you'll notice I have a lot of openness here, so I can bring my shin almost parallel with the floor, but if that's not comfortable in your body, that's okay. Just find whatever does work for you here. So you take a couple of breaths just to sense that opening in your hip. And you can stay here. Or maybe you breathe in to lift the right foot up off the floor, coming to thread the hands through to hold the back of the right leg. But this will intensify the stretch. And this is definitely one of my favorite poses to do after a long day. Really helps me to get some of that last little bit of stiffness out of my body, so I can really relax and let loose. So if you want to really add one last layer here, you might begin to straighten the right knee, bringing your right foot up towards the ceiling. But if you find that you lose the integrity of the pose here, feel free to rebend that knee. And we'll stay here just for 2 more breaths. Take one last big breath in, and then we'll release it step by step. So exhale to rebend the knee, letting your foot come to the floor as you uncross the left ankle over the right. And then as you're ready, you'll rock the knees side to side. And then as you're ready, we'll switch sides. So bringing the right ankle just over the left knee, coming open here. I'm going to repeat the left side for the demo, but now you'll sense the right hip beginning to open here. And maybe you find that one side of your body is a lot tighter than the other. This is totally normal, believe me. And just know that it is what it is, right? You can get mad at yourself because your body is not what you wish it was. Or you can just say, well, I'm trying. So from here now, you might decide to lift the left foot up off the floor, threading your hands through to hold the back of the left thigh. Breathing into any sensation you feel in the hips and especially that left leg. And if you'd like to take this another step further, you might stretch the left foot up towards the ceiling. We'll take 3 slow, deep breaths here. Each breath in, really sensing what you feel in the pose. With each breath out, see if you can soften through the muscles just a little bit more. Take one last big breath in. And then exhaling, rebending the knee, bringing the left foot down to the floor as you uncross the right leg. Now let's just rock the knees from side to side for a moment here. And as you're ready, let's come to bring the feet together, knees bent. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let your knees fall out and open to either side. Just the camera a tiny bit. Start that again. And then when you're ready, bringing your feet to the floor, knees bent, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, let your knees fall out and open to either side. So if you find that this is causing a lot of strain and pressure in the hips, you can take a yoga block and bring it underneath your knees. Here's some added support. Otherwise, you might let your hands rest on the hips and thighs, on your belly. And maybe you close your eyes here as you take some slow, deep breaths. And bring your attention into your hips and inner thighs, where there's probably quite a bit of sensation. And know that if at any time it's too much sensation, feel free to come out of the pose. Otherwise, let each breath in find its way to the sensation, as if you could breathe right into your hips. And then as you exhale, let your hips relax a little more towards the floor. Might even feel the sense of the knees gently falling a little closer to the earth. And we'll take 2 more long, slow, deep breaths here, bringing in that sleepy nighttime energy. And then when you're ready, you might use your hands to help bring the knees together, hugging them in towards your chest if that feels good. As you find a position of comfort here, either with knees bent, feet on the floor, or legs out nice and long, you should take just a couple of breaths to notice how your body feels now. Allowing these last few moments to really invite in that restful, quieting energy. Whether it's because you're ready to crawl into bed after this and go to sleep, or this is simply a chance to recharge and quiet the mind and stretch the body before you continue on with the rest of your day. Each breath in, imagine the whole body could fill all the way up. And as you exhale, the body falls into the earth, into the floor. Let's take one last big breath in here. Exhaling, sinking back. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, when you're ready, you'll come to roll over onto your side, lifting yourself up. And either taking a moment in a seated position to close out your practice, or crawling right into bed. But this is where I leave you. So thank you so much for following along with me. I hope this sequence was helpful and that you feel more relaxed and ready to either crawl into bed or conquer the rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, thank you and namaste.